Hello, 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 everybody. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Hello, 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 everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up, Facebook fam? It is Tuesday, and you know what goes down here on Tuesday. Wife Chat goes down here on Tuesday. So do me a huge, huge favor. Make sure that you're hitting this share button and letting all my one sexy wives know that Wife Chat is going down here. And I hope you guys are having an amazing day. My week started off really, really well. My baby turned 21 on yesterday. It's like, where did the time go? Thank you guys so much for all the birthday wishes to Mr. Joshua. Again, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure that you're putting in the chat where you're joining me from. I would love to give you a shout out. I truly would. And again, you guys, thank you so much for hopping on. I appreciate you. I really do. Make sure you're putting in the chat where you're joining me from. And I just want to say thank you guys for all the birthday love that you showed my son yesterday. I can't believe that Joshua is 21 years old. That is mind blowing to me. And he's doing well. And as you guys know, he gave me my very first grandchild. My oldest son don't have any kids, but Joshua managed to give me one, and so I'm grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Hi, Tanisha. Thank you for joining me from North Carolina. I appreciate you on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me from Dubai. Wow. Thank you, Shama. Thank you so much for joining me from Dubai. I am so blessed. I'm about to lose my wife, Hope, a little. I can put it in the net. I don't know. Even did she? God knows. November 16th of this year will make our year anniversary. Okay, Bobby. Thank you so much for joining me from Columbus, Ohio. I'm so sorry that you think you're about to lose your wife, but you know God is still in control. And you will make your anniversary. Um, Mama Pam, I want you to get it together. My mom and my dad is on here, you guys from Memphis. I appreciate you guys joining me. Wow, Australia, look at God. I'm like really tripping out over this. Wow. Thank you for joining me from Australia on my YouTube channel. So I have Dubai on here. I have Australia on here. I have North Carolina on here. I have Columbus, Ohio on here. I have my mom and dad from Memphis on here. I have Mr. Leo from North Carolina. How are you, Leo? My birthday is on the 19th. I'm going to email you as soon to say, okay, thank you so much, Leo. I would love to talk to you and your lovely wife. And so, you guys, thank you so much for hopping on here. I truly appreciate you guys. And tonight's chat actually comes from a husband, and he reached out to me on my Instagram channel, and he said that pretty much my wife seems angry all the time, Dr. Gail, but she won't say what's wrong. And I keep asking her what's wrong, and she just keeps saying nothing. But I can tell something is wrong. They have been married 6 years. They have two children, and I'm just reading what he said, two children, 18 months old and 3 years old. And he says, I've been asking her for the last 4 months what is wrong. And she just keeps saying nothing. So, again, you guys, I am so blessed that you guys are joining me and from all over the world. And thank you guys so much for supporting my YouTube channel. You guys don't understand. Y'all helped me grow my YouTube channel from 49 followers to almost 10,000 followers in less than a year and a half. And I am so grateful for that. I really, really am. And so I think I need like 100 more subscribers so y'all can help me get there to hit 10K, and I'm gonna party like a rock star when I get there. And so again, I thank my mom and dad for being on here from Memphis. I appreciate you and I love you guys. And so again, this guy reached out to me, and he's from actually Chattanooga, Tennessee. And so let me just give, I want to really help him because again, there is a lot going on here, and I have not talked to his wife, but I have been where she is with two, a young baby, two different times, because there's 9 years apart from between my oldest son and Joshua, who just turned 21 yesterday, because Joshua was our surprise, but he's here and we love him to death. You guys, if you see that it's getting darker and darker in my house, it's because it is cutting up outside. Like it is storming and lightning, and I mean it's like the heavens have opened up all of a sudden. So my prayer is that I don't miss, that I don't, this feed doesn't go down. But if it does, just know I will try to come back on. Okay. So there's a number of reasons why women seem frustrated or angry all the time, right? And I'm going to go from the perspective of when I had Justin, that's my oldest son, and then turned around and had Joshua. My husband, before we even got married, had asked me if we ever have children, would I be opposed to staying at home with my children at least 2 years? Being young at 21, I said, absolutely. I would, love to be a stay-at-home mom and all of those kind of things. Again, I'm just getting the husband side of things, right? I said, absolutely. But what men and people don't realize is being a stay-at-home mom is one of the hardest jobs that you could ever take on, right? And it's one of the most unappreciated jobs. It is a job that you never leave. It's a job that is fulfilling to a lot of women, but also it can make you angry, it can make you resentful, it can make you sad, it can make you question yourself. And the reason why I say that is, if this wife was a career woman before they had children, and both of these children are like back to back, a 18-month-old and a 3-year-old, that is not a lot of space between these children. So there's a number of things going on, and I would just go from my point of view. I was very much career driven when we had Justin, and I was 24 when I had Justin. I was very career driven. I was at the top of my career at the time in the styling industry, in the fashion industry. I was able to travel and do some buying and all kind of things that I absolutely love to do. And then when Justin came along, I had made that commitment, right, to be home with him 2 years. And I will tell you, it was the most hardest 2 years. Not that I did not love my son, not that I didn't want to be a mom. I wanted to be a mom, but just it seemed in those 2 years that my life completely stopped. It seemed as if Gail was growing, not just with his education, but in his career, with his accolades and all those kind of things. And it just seemed like I came to a complete halt, and I just became Gail's wife and Justin's mom. So it could be that if she's a career woman, that is she's feeling the pain that her life has been put on hold to raise these children. Not saying that she don't love these children, not saying that she don't want to, have more kids or anything, but it just could be at this point in time, she is just feeling like her life came to a complete halt, right? The second thing is that she could just be 100% burnt out and tired. And a lot of times, especially when you have a spouse that is working and maintaining your lifestyle, right? When they get home, they want to rest and relax and unwind, rightfully so. But the person that has been home with a job that you never leave, needs some relief as well. And I don't know if this wife has had this conversation like, hey, I just need to decompress. Hey, I just need to be able to go to the bathroom without a kid coming in or knocking on the door or hollering for mommy or something like that. I just need some space, right? And maybe the husband is not able to give it to him because they're tired themselves, right? So it could be that she is just tired and burnt out. And she's frustrated because she can't expect you to, come in and do all of these things, which would be nice, but she can't expect that because she know that you have been working all day, right? And then it could be that she has just lost her sense of identity, like I told you that I did. It could be that she is just, like I said, just frustrated with just life in general. It could be that she's suffering from low self-esteem because maybe she's put on some extra pounds since she's then had babies back to back. It could be that she has some hormone problems because when you having babies back to back, your hormones are all out of whack and it makes you unbalanced. It could be so many different things, but I'm saying all of these different things is because this is real life, right? And this father and this husband wants to be able to help his wife. So let me try to give them some solution. Hold on, my wife is 10 years younger than I and think her sex drive is out of control. I have lost 25 kilos this month and I think it's just okay, that's not what I'm talking about on here. But Laura's Brewing, we've been married since 2008, and I think it might fall off. Keep going. Okay, I'll have to address you in a few minutes. I just wanted to make sure that what you were saying was not uh, part of this discussion that and so I'll address you in a few minutes. Okay, but thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel. Um, and so let me help this husband. The first thing that you can do, which is something really really simple, that I too had became resentful and was upset with Gil, and I couldn't articulate it because I felt guilty. Like I said, I felt guilty that he had worked all day and then he came home and wanted to chill, and I'm like, I'm trying to cook, the baby hanging on my leg, I got a lot of stuff going on, I'm just frustrated, right? So the first thing that you can do is, if you can find it, is give her an hour, just an hour by herself. Tell her she can go for a walk, she can go close the door and just sit in the quiet, she can go read a book, she can go get on the phone, she could go to a grocery store, whatever that looks like, for her to just be able to walk away and not be in the same space that she has been occupying all day long with the children. If you could just give her 1 hour, right? And the thing is that a lot of people are going to probably say, well, you should sit down and keep asking her, what can you do to help her? She's already frustrated. She's already told you nothing is wrong, and it's not. So trying to talk to her is not going to give you the answers that you want. So what you want to do is just begin to put things in place. So the first thing is just walk in and say, hey babe, let me put my stuff down. I'm going to give you an hour to unwind. She's probably going to be shocked. She probably not going to even know what she wants to do because this has never happened. So that's the first thing. Just walk in and say, honey, I got the kids for an hour, right? After an hour, I need to, unwind and get ready for work and all those kind of things. And I'm telling you, the first time she's not going to be able to do it because I didn't know what to do when Gil did that to me, right? So the first that's number one. Number two is tell your wife, listen, I understand and how much you appreciate what she's doing, right? And tell her how much it means to you as a person to have her home with your children, because we don't hear that enough, especially if you're a career driven person and then you have to step away and raise your kids. You need to be her biggest cheerleader, because if she's not hearing it, it's festering, right? Because at least when you go to a job, somebody tells you you look nice, they speak to you, you have adult conversation, you get some kind of accolades if you do good at your job or whatever. But being at home, you feel like nobody sees you, nobody hears you, and nobody cares. So you're going to have to be her cheerleader. Okay. And number three, the best thing that you can do for your wife is figure out one or two things that you can take off of her plate daily or weekly. One or two things. And what does that look like? It could be that, honey, you don't have to cook, 7 days a week. 2 days a week, we're going to do takeout. 2 days a week, I'm going to do laundry. Whatever that looks like for you, she will begin to see that you really do appreciate her and that you're not just focusing on yourself or whatever. And then also have a conversation with her if you see that she's still struggling so much on how she might be able to go back into the workforce and do what she loves, right? Come up with a plan and say, I want to sit down with you because I realize this is a lot for you being at home. Can we have a conversation about how you can transition back into doing what you love, right? Because at least she will see that you do care, that you do see that she's struggling. Okay. Um, Hello, Auntie Five. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me. It's hard to find a balance. I'm having to dial back my work hours to be a better support to my wife. I appreciate you saying that, because it is hard to find a balance. It's hard to find a balance in the kind of world we live in right now anyway. Having three special need kids, my wife is a superwoman. You are correct. Having kids that don't have any challenges is hard. Just imagine with special needs. So my heart and my prayers are going out to your wife. And I'm praying for her, because you're correct. It is very hard. It's just very hard to have children in this day and time, especially when most of the time two incomes are needed. Um, so let me go back to Lord's Brewing Company. Lord's Brewing Company. My wife is 10 years younger than I, and I think her sex drive is out of control. I have a month, and I think it's just tough bedroom okay. I'm not really sure how to address your situation with your wife. I mean, if her sex drive is high and yours is not, my suggestion as a licensed sexologist is that you might want to go get your hormones checked. And what the best place to go get your hormones checked for men is a urologist, because they will be able to tell you what is going on with your body, and you might be need to get on some type of hormone replacement. Just because you're a man does not mean that you don't have a hormone drop, and that can also help you with your libido. If you choose not to go to the doctor, I have two resources for you that you can go visit my website for. I have one, Help Him Rise Naturally. That helps, it talks about natural ways and natural things that you can introduce into your diet. Um, uh, that are natural, and also talks about how you can replace some of the hormones that you might be missing as a man. That's an ebook. It's on my website under shop. And then also I have another book that I wrote along with a urologist called Praying for the Penis, and it gives you so many different options just to for you to be able to rise to the occasion and help you with your libido. Okay. All righty. So again, you guys, thank you so much for hopping on. I truly, truly appreciate you guys. Next week, I'm going to try to hop on. I'm not going to promise, because I'm going to be home in Texas visiting my 95-year-old aunt who I love to death. So I'm going to Texas, and then I'm going to my class reunion and hang out with some of my old classmates that I grew up with. So I'm really excited about next week. I'm probably going to hop on because I have so many questions that I need to answer, and I got them on the schedule. My assistant finally got them on the schedule and all this kind of stuff. So I don't want to mess up my schedule. So I probably will hop on here, but I will be in Texas when I do hop on. You guys, I'm telling you, bringing sexy back to the marriage in January 20th and 21st is going to be off the chain. You said come to Dallas. I would love to come to Dallas. I have family in Dallas, and I have a lot of friends in Dallas. Actually, I don't think I would be able to fit Dallas into my schedule this time. But if I do, I'm telling you, I'm gonna seek you out, and I will let you know that I'm there. I actually did a wife masterclass tour, and I came to Dallas, and you guys showed me so much love in Dallas. I appreciate you. And so but what was I saying? But Auntie Five, you need to come to Maryland to my conference in Baltimore in January. I would love to meet you. And so again, Leo, thank you so much. Kiss your wife for me. Mom and Dad, thank you so much for getting on here. You guys, thank you so much for joining me from Dubai. Thank you for joining me from Columbus, Ohio. Thank you for joining me from North Carolina. Thank you so much for joining me from Australia. Look at God, man. He's a bad man. I'm telling you, he is a bad man. Thank you so much for joining me from Texas, my home state. And again, I love you guys to meet pieces. If you need to talk to me, if you want me to answer any questions here on Wife Chat, all you got to do is go to my website. You can schedule a free 15-minute discovery call. I would love to talk to you. If you have a question or something you want me to answer here on Wife Chat, just inbox me. I will never say your name. I will just only say where you're from, and we will get it answered. Okay. Oh, my dad said, my dad or my mom, because I can't tell because it say Facebook user. I know it's my mom or my dad. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you guys. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing night. And again, thank you guys so much for hopping on here and showing me all the love. Y'all just don't understand. God, I'm telling you, God is bad. He's bad.